Today, we're building a beautiful Red CS2 loadout that is incredibly clean, aesthetically pleasing, and of course, red. But before we jump in, quick shout out to the winner of our first giveaway. Congrats to Moose MKG 8793. Much congrats, my man, and thanks for supporting the channel. Please put your Steam profile link in your YouTube bio and I will contact you and send you the trade offer. Of course, we have a new giveaway coming up in this video, so stay tuned. Alright, now let's get straight into our red loadout. We're starting off with the Sparklove Scarlet Shamag and the Skeleton Knife Crimson Weapon. In my opinion, the best fitting combination here. But if you don't want to spend $400 on the Skeleton Knife, we got the Bayonet Autotronic, which looks incredibly great, has that accentuation red, and yeah, these combos just go really well. Now let's come to our first weapon skin, and that's a Glock 18 Candy Apple, and let's be honest, it doesn't get any simpler than that. You've got that bright red top with that black bottom, and you've got really no depth in this skin, but it's somehow so clean. So for red loadout, it is perfect. Now the Desert Eagle Crimson Web is that classic CS skin for people who miss the old CSGO days and still complain about CS2's lighting. It's dark, red, and also slightly depressing, just like your eco rounds. But if you don't want to spend 46 bucks on this skin, I have something else for you, and that's the Desert Eagle Code Red. And it's kind of like the Crimson Web if it drank an energy drink, to be honest. But it works for me, really great skin. The M4A1S Cyrex doesn't need an introduction. It's one of the cleanest M4 skins you can get, in my opinion. Still one of the most recognizable designs ever. And of course, it's gotten a little bit expensive, $187 in minimal wear, but it's a great looking skin. And if you're looking for something a little bit more cheap, the briefing has got you covered with those red accentuated tones for around $7. Now the Oxid Meat kind of looks like the unclaimed love child of the Bloodsport and the fuel injector, and I'm all here for it. It looks great, it has that very futuristic design, and in my opinion, a great looking Ox skin. Now don't get me started on our next skin, the P250 Crimson Kimono, and in my opinion, such a gem and so slept on. For of course, 30 bucks in factory new, it's a collection skin, but this is for the players who care about aesthetics, even when they're force buying for the 5th round in a row. But if that's not something you would like to do, the P250 Muertos might be right up your alley here. A little bit more on the cheaper side for $12.50. And yeah, very recognizable, works really great with a red loadout. Now the dual Berettas Panther don't want to look flashy. They're just clean black with subtle red accents. They are perfect if you want your pistols to look serious, even if everyone knows you only bought them by accident. But if that's not up your alley, the Dual Berettas Hemoglobin might be something more worth your while. And if you're already committing to red loadout, this one doesn't pretend to be subtle, and that's kind of the point. So really great picks for red loadout. You run over 3 kids in a school zone and suddenly you're the evil person. And this is probably also what happened to our colleague right here, the Evil Daimyo. A great looking skin, works perfectly for our red loadout with those shapes and that samurai inspired theme for $9.40 in factory new. Now we all love a good camo, especially if it's black, white, gray, but here you get 2 in 1. You get a red top on it as well, and I think it works really well with what we're trying to achieve here. Works really great with those Shemach gloves, and for $2.80 you can really do no wrong. Alright boys, this time I'm giving away a beautiful USPS Jawbreaker in minimal wear once we reach 500 subscribers. All you have to do is like, subscribe, and comment down below which skin you like the most or which skin you didn't like. Both count. Alright, now back to our video. Now next up we got the P90 Cold Blooded, and this one is just really aggressive. It works really well into that red theme, what we're trying to achieve, and also we share some kind of visual pattern with those gloves, so it works really well. Of course it's on the more pricier side, so if you're looking for something a bit more cheaper, then you've got the P90 Vent Rush, and of course it's more black. You only have accentuations of red and yellow orange, but it still works really well in my opinion for $2.10. Now the AK-47 Bloodsport is a pure commitment. Yeah, you might commit some war crimes, but at least you do it in style. So for $137, I think it's one of the absolute must-haves for red skin loadout. But if you're looking for something a bit more minimalistic, Now, no more war crimes, just some subtle killing here and there. The red laminate will set you right on your path. For $58 and field tested. Next up, we got the Galil AR Firefight, and to be honest, I would have chosen something else, but there's not too much variation for the Galil. The Firefight gets the job done somehow, but it's nothing too special, let's be honest. Next up, we got the Mech 10 Tatter, and to be honest, I found this skin while browsing CSGO skins, and I really love this one, and I was a bit upset about the muted colors at first, but I think it works incredibly well with the gloves here, so a great pickup for 1.5 USD, but if you want to really offend some vegans, the Carnivore is right up your alley, probably, and I think it works really well as well with this kind of combination for our loadout. Now, if you've seen my previous skin videos, you know I love the P2000 Obsidian, and honestly this skin is so dark, feels so respectable, and it kind of looks like the devil's personal handgun, and in my opinion you can't really beat it. But if you want something a bit more sleek and in my opinion a bit more Crisis-like, the P2000 Red Wing has got you covered as well. Really cheap skin. I think it's a really new skin out of the new collection, and it gets the job done just as well, just with a little bit more minimalistic but professional design. Now, our first AWP skin is the AWP Wildfire, and with this one you get an actual artwork. This thing looks aggressive and sharp. It works with the red loadout theme, and it kind of looks like it's blaming you personally for every missed flick you take. But if you want something a bit more clean, a bit more carbon-like, the AWP Redline, of course, has got you covered. Everyone knows this classic, and there's no real flames, there's no drama, it's just precision. So decide for yourself. I say it every time, no one plays with the R8 revolver. I will keep making this joke because it ain't a joke. But if you are somehow playing with it, or you want to pretend you are, the Crimson Web has got you covered. It's a great looking skin, like all other Crimson Webs, and yeah, for about 60 cents you can really do no wrong. Now next up we got the MP9 Ruby Poison Dart, and I kind of forget this skin existed, to be honest. It looks like one of those frogs you lick and you really get high from, or actually like a lava lamp. It could be both, but for factory new, $3.80, it's a really nice looking skin. It goes well with our combo here. Now, if people from the 80s talked about the 2000s and how it will look, they were probably talking about this skin, the FAMAS Valance, and in my opinion, a great looking skin, very stylistic, a kind of retro future looking skin. For me personally, a great choice for the FAMAS. Next up we got my absolute USP favorite, the Bleeding Edge, and the creator probably looked at this and said, hey, you know those blood decals from GTA, like when you hit a pedestrian with your car? That's exactly his inspiration. I love this skin, and hopefully so do you, for $7.70 in minimal wear. Now next up we got another old school Crimson Web on a gun nobody plans to buy, but it really looks great. That's what I'm saying, the Crimson Web is just always a beautiful sight for our eyes, and here in minimal wear for around $1.70 can't really do no wrong if you play this godforsaken gun. Now next up, for our first MP7 skin we got the Bloodsport, and you might ask, another Bloodsport? And I'll say yes, of course, because which other skin with cat eyes on it does exuberate authority like this one? It's just a real great looking skin. It's gotten a little bit expensive, but if you're for something a bit more minimalistic, we're looking at the MP7 Full Stop, and you don't have to buy it in factory new. I don't know why I put it in factory new for $57. It just looks really nice in my opinion. I didn't know about this skin, so choose for yourself. With our next skin, commanding respect has never been so easy. The SG553 Darkwing, and for that price point, it's just a steal. You need to pick it up. It's got that really great artwork, but if you're more for something very sharp bright red, the SG553 Candy Apple will do you no wrong as well, so you better choose wisely here. Both skins are amazing. Next up, we got the Tech 9 Isaac, and for me this is a no-brainer. This is one of the very few skins for the Tech 9 that is red, that actually looks great, and it's got a very sci-fi, minimalistic kind of vibe to it, so really great pickup for yourself as well. Next up, we got the UMP45 in Crimson Foil, and honestly, this skin is just goated. This is kind of like the cool uncle that drives around in a 6.4 Impala, and his engine bay looks exactly like this. And for this price point, I think it's very, very affordable. Choose it for yourself. I think it works great with the loadout. Now for the PP Bison, we chose the candy apple as well, because it's only like 10 cents. It's really, really cheap, and it works just really great with the color loadout. So yeah, it's a PP Bison, it's red, nothing more, nothing less. Now our next skin personally resonates with me, the Max 7 Insomnia. It looks like it hasn't slept since Pistol Round. It's the same for me, that's why I really like it. And it's comparably cheap, so pick it up for yourself for this loadout. Now for the MP5, I chose the Focus, and it's nothing too flashy, it's nothing too loud, it's almost suspiciously calm and focused, of course. It's a really, really nice and clean skin. The red accents where they belong, no visual noise, and yeah, I think for that price it works really, really well. Now next up, with the sawed-off, we got another full stop, and this skin, in my opinion, just works. It's 50 cents, so it's really, really affordable. The sawed-off is not one of your main play skins, but it gets the job done for this red loadout, so pick it up for yourself. Damn, how many Crimson Webs did I put in here? I really forgot. We've got the Scar 20 apparently as well, but it just works, right? It's a really, really nice skin, and personally I think the Scar 20 would be one of my favorite Crimson Webs because it just works on the gun very well. And for that price point, can do no wrong, guys. Now I won't even pretend that this skin is something very, very special. It is one of the very few XMs that work with something red related. Like I said, nothing too special, but it works for our case here. Nothing beats the candy apple. For the Nova, it's the same one, so that's why I chose the skin here. One of the very, very few reds, and candy apple, you can just really do no wrong. It never misses. It's just red, red, red. So yeah, that's why you get it here as well. Now I see the G3 Red Jasper isn't really that red. It is not even Bordeaux red. I would rather say it's some kind of red-brown, but hey, let's be honest, it's 2 cents, guys. And it's the only G3 that really actually works, so there you go. I sincerely hate it when I really like a skin, but the weapon is just shite. And it's the case with the M249 System Lock. I love the skin, but the weapon itself, I really won't play it, but hey, that's up to you. While our next Negev skin isn't purely red, I think it still works really well with our loadout. It brings a bit of variation into a very red-themed loadout, and for this price point, it's very, very cheap, so get it for yourself. It's the only one that works here. Now last but not least, we got the SSG Redstone, and personally, I kind of like this skin. It's very minimalistic, it's not much to see. I think it's rather overpriced with $10 for minimal wear, but it fits the general theme of our topic and what we're trying to achieve here. Alright boys, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this style of picks, consider subscribing and let me know which skin you like the most and what you want to see next. And until the next video, cheers!